Well, things are certainly taking an interesting turn with the BBC and the Doctor Who's production team's future, as an announcement hits the world that BBC Studios will be partnering with Bad Wolf Productions to produce the show going forward, and that the man behind the revival of the show in 2005 has agreed to return to the franchise he loves so much, and will be taking over fully as showrunner once Chris Chibnall steps down, leaving behind a massive mess for a real writer and leader to put right. He confirmed that he will be back to resume his position during the upcoming 60th anniversary in 2023 and the series beyond, with his first choice to be who will be taking over the role of the Time Lord after Jodie Whittaker departs. And to be fair, you could probably just put a plank of wood on screen at this point and it would be more Doctor-ish than Jodie's entire tenure. "I'm beyond excited to be back on my favourite show," he said, but also continued with, "Time travelling too fast? There's a whole series of Jodie Whittaker's brilliant Doctor for me to enjoy, with my friend and hero Chris Chibnall at the helm. I'm still a viewer for now." And without giving anything away, he shows his fondness for the show in simple words, but then follows it up with what seems to be a standard BBC keep your mouth shut kind of response. A respectful gesture to Chris and Jodie, despite probably being fully aware that he is going to have to do some serious repair work after what these two have done with his legacy. And without a doubt, like the title says, he caught lightning in a bottle once before, reaching ultimate success with the show, but the real question is, can he do it twice? Chris Chibnall commented to the news, "It's monumentally exciting and fitting that Doctor Who's 60th anniversary will see one of Britain's screenwriting diamonds return home. Russell built the baton that is about to be handed back to him. Doctor Who, the BBC, the screen industry in Wales, and let's be honest, everyone in the whole world. We have so many reasons to be very excited indeed about what lies ahead." Ouch. That must have really made his throat sore saying that, with all that bitter sick taste swirling at the back. He knows what he's done, and he knows that his time has run out to do anything right. With the BBC making a course correction, he must be aware of the unhappy voices talking in the corridor, halls and offices. Within a year or two, I can imagine that this period of his work will have left some serious damaging marks on his potential to further his career much beyond a mediocre drama writer for unknown or low audience supporting shows. Broadchurch was very much a big and important stepping stone in the terms of his career, building and leading him to the largest production he would currently run in Doctor Who, and the damage he has caused will not go away from his reputation for a long time. Anyone who thinks the BBC will protect him, I would say this: they are ruthless. Look at where they have been in recent years with their crusade, and as much as you want to argue it, when it comes to making money, Chris was a mistake, and they know it. So what do I think about this news? I'm going to try not to be so downbeat, as the events of the last 4 years has happened, and no amount of me moaning can change that fact. At least, not in the real world. But maybe there is a chance to change things in the universe of the show. As for the return of RTD, I sit waiting with a hesitant heart, for it was so violently torn out before. But for the first time, in a long time, I actually feel a tiny amount of hope again. The way I look at it is this: he is going into this position fully aware of the damage that the show and the BBC is in during the last few years, and with his golden record prior to now, and his good standing amongst the high-ups, I do wonder if he really would risk all of those years of hard work and career building by taking on this task, unless he truly had something up his sleeve, and a real belief that he can bring this ship back around to better seas. I think he knows what he's doing to be going ahead with this next step. I just hope that what he plans on doing is the best thing he can possibly do for himself and his career, the loyal fans waiting with bated breath, and the franchise as a whole. For now, I shall reserve my real judgment until we have more announcements or casting, but for someone who was really teetering on the edge of walking away completely from anything other than the classic era, this news has finally given me a small piece of real hope for any possible future going forward from here. We need a real, well-developed Who stories, casting on talent, advanced acting and writing, but most of all, what we really want and what we're waiting for with fingers crossed, we need a real Doctor to bring back all of those lost fans to the fold and finally heal thyself. If you enjoyed my ramblings and stuck around to the end, I would be honoured if you would slam a like on this video, as if you were slamming the door shut on Chibnall's face, and then maybe hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to be notified when I post more content in the future. Thanks for listening.